Most definitely, man. And I know, like, as I mentioned, Rolling Loud's coming to Toronto in September and all these other festivals too. So, how do you feel about those festivals and other events coming to Toronto right now?
I only fuck with festivals that let Myer Clarity perform a set. Every other festival is a who. Uh, yeah, that's how that goes. But no, people need shit to do for the summer. I hope everyone's gonna be safe. Festivals are dope. The Utes, all that jazz. Let's let some of these young artists make some money. Book Myer Clarity. Uh, it is what it is. Yeah.
Most definitely, man. Just have like these last like free questions right now. So with gun violence, I don't think it's as rampant right now, like in the city, but there has been like a lot of crazy stuff, and we even like mentioned the whole like pellet gun situation. So how do you feel that gun violence in Toronto can be prevented right now?
I had this like analogy when we were talking about this in the States the other day. Gun violence in the States, rather, and it's like I kind of see guns as like a toothbrush in prison, where it's like, and this could be bullshit or cap because I ain't never been to prison, but like, it's a tool that is more likely going to be used to harm someone than for anything else because of the circumstances they're in. Like you incarcerate motherfuckers, already socially that does a whole thing, and that's like crab bucket mentality, and then on top of that, you give people the tools to harm each other without any resources for them to thrive, then it's just going to turn into a big fucking battle, right? So I kind of see it as that. It's like they took away all the things that would make people not want to kill each other, and then they gave everyone a whole bunch of tools to kill each other. And now they're acting like it's our fault. And, you know, that being said, I think the NRA is fucked up. I think they need to definitely legislate some shit. I think a lot of guns need to be taken from a lot of people. I'm not the one to be like I said, it's a rather have and not need than need and not have situation. I think this goes back to what I was saying about how a lot of society is set up in a way where too many other people have the power. So like, for example, I wouldn't really trust to outsource my security to like police, like I would rather own a weapon kind of thing. But I know that shit is all fucked up, and that's likely to, I don't know. It's such a tough issue. Like I said, it's like the toothbrush thing. It's like, well, you're not going to confiscate toothbrushes because people need to brush their fucking teeth still, right? But, even if everyone's been using toothbrushes primarily for shanking, you still need the toothbrushes, though. Like, it's not going to, so, like, what do we do in this situation? Well, you get people out of jail. You get people out of wanting to fucking kill each other. I guess is, like, that's what I would spend my attention on.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, Trudeau right now, he has imposed like a handgun ban for a bit. That was like all over like the news recently. I think after the whole situation with Uvalde and with Tulsa and with Buffalo, I think they're trying to be as much strict now. But I think with the Republicans, I think they're trying to not back down and to keep like the First Amendment in that situation too. So
yeah.
That's still going to be tough for a while, even though there is like a public like outcry for them to reconsider.
I mean, if I think about it from the perspective of students, right? Where it's like, yo, what is that life like? Where it's like, I'm terrified to go to school because I might die. And like, no fucking adults are taking this shit seriously. And everyone's like, well, you gotta go to school. And I'm here like, well, I don't want to because I might get murdered. And everyone's just like, oh, well, we're going to petition the Republicans and, we'll see what we could get done next term. It's like, fuck you, we're all dying. Like, bro. Like, so, from that perspective, yeah, I'd be fucking furious. Mitch McConnell can fuck off. And, like, I don't understand a political party that frames this whole thing around just, like, overt selfishness,
Yeah. I think the sad truth is that a lot of these like Republicans care about like a life in terms of abortion rather than like a life with the child being alive with being killed and all that, so
Yeah.
I'd rather care about like some unborn baby that wouldn't really have that mindset to think anyway if they're gonna live or die versus an actual like living child in that sense too that might have those same fears as well, so it's kind of a weird like
The shit with
Conservatives is that like they exist, like all of their arguments exist in theory, right? And it's all these theory-based arguments, but the minute any of it goes out into real practice, it's like they could give a fuck. And so all these like theories that they have that are stupid and ill-researched, then you go out to practice, you're like, well, what about all the kids in the foster system, right? And they're like, well, no, we don't care about them. And it's like, well, then what the fuck? Your whole argument is just a theory argument. And the minute it turns into reality, you just bail. Like, like the people you're chastising, essentially. Like, fuck's sakes, bro. Like, yeah, I don't understand that. This whole, like, sanctity of life thing, but meanwhile, you're letting every single person die all the time and ruining the quality of every single person's life. It's like, you'd rather make life on Earth, hell on Earth, than let a life escape Earth for the sake of everyone's like health and that life, I guess, and yeah, I don't know. It's
like a broken telephone in that sense too, like, hey, I'd care for someone that's not living in that sense too versus when they're actually like living in that sense. And I think there's no discussion for it. I think it's just pretty straightforward. So
it is such a flawed, like, acrobatic ethical thing. Like, I don't know what the fuck they're doing. It's all about control. And it's just like, I'm so tired of everyone fighting for the ball of control. It's like, guys, this is corny. Like, you don't realize that we've already realized there's aliens and other dimensions and shit. And we could be doing so much interesting shit as a species. But everyone instead is just trying to tell people how to fucking be. And it's like, what the fuck, man? Why would you spend your whole life doing that? Like,
bro.
It's kind of like the 1950s all over again, but we're living in modern times, and
it's the 1950s except with Wi-Fi, right?
yeah, most definitely, man. With everything else going on in life, do you have any regrets by any chance, or do you regret nothing?
I regret nothing. No, yeah, man, I got regrets. Regrets are what make you a better person because you do things differently the next time. I guess, or you try to do better. Like, my whole perspective is like, am I doing the best job that I can today, or I try? And the answer is like, I could have done a better job today. I regret that I didn't leap out of bed this morning and shit. I regret that, I was drunk for one half of my career. I regret things I said to certain people. I regret how certain relationships ended. But, there's other things where it's like, is it regret or is it just reminiscing, Or it's like a time has ended. So, it's like, I think every artist kind of has a thing that they could have done or would have done. My thing, the more I do therapy, the more I like to like let myself off the hook for regrets. Like, the best music comes from people that are relaxed, right? So if you're tense about all the things you should have done, then you're not gonna make good music. I also like to think about the regrets that all my idols have and be like, what does Kendrick Lamar regret? Like, and just sort of, I don't know. There's something curious about that because, like, I see all my idols as, like, infallible. So to, like, bring them back to this human place and remind ourselves that none of us are 100% anything and we're all flawed individuals kind of makes me feel better about myself because then I'm not trying to compare with, like, this pedestal deity fucking artist, So, yeah, I don't know. Don't let regrets, like, take over your life, but be mindful of things you want to do differently.
Yeah, most definitely. What's next for you, like, right now?
So like I said, we got Maroon that just dropped, and hoping that turns into an overnight viral success, the likes of which propels me to heights of success I've never seen before. And then after that, I got Big Plans, which is dropping this month too, which is a fun record. There's a sneak peek available on YouTube if you want to check it out. But that's coming on the 24th. Then July 2nd is the 10-year anniversary of Meet Me at the Park. So we're going to be partying hard for that. I got a couple goodies dropping for then. I got some new music also. In addition to that, other new music coming out near the end of the summer. It's basically like I've been sitting on some shit and I'm trying to get it all out. And yeah, it's buckshot season. So you're going to be getting a steady drip of Myer Clarity. And we're going to try and make each wave bigger than the last one so that we can get some dope videos. We can get some dope tours. We can get some dope merch. We can get some dope stories. We can get some dope fucking everything in this motherfucker. Because that's the goal.
Definitely, man. Myer Clarity, thank you for coming by for this very dope, like, in-person video, like, interview, you know? It was kind of, like, very, like, expected, like, long expected and all that, like, a long time coming, and, you know, I'm glad that we managed to get the ball rolling to get this done, actually, you know? And I'm glad that you came by, you know, to speak more on, like, a lot of, like, dope topics, to open up on like a lot of like unique things too, as opposed to like last time. Like you did like speak up more too, but I think like we had like a crazy ass conversation like right here, and I feel like this one's like for the books too and all that, and you know, in person, so can't miss that, you know. So
I love that, man. Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate you. It's always a pleasure. Thank you for letting me rant my brain off. I hope all the people watching this go check out the music and go check out the other interviews. We're only going to be doing cooler and cooler shit from here on out. So, once again, thanks for having me. Peace out, everybody.